Hey guys, what is going on? Mike back at it again, and got a little bit of a different camera angle going on here. Trying this one out. I kind of like this background better, where it's just this part of my room. You can see my nice and lovely plant up here. I don't know, I kind of like this a little bit better than the other angle I've been using in my previous videos. But anyways, the topic for today's video is going to be, is it bad to lift in Converse? These puppies right here. So the main argument that people make, there's a lot of very prominent, like super well-known fitness people. Some of them are actually, physical therapists, doctors, even. Were saying that it is horrible for you to lift weights in shoes like this that have a very narrow toe box, right? So most people's feet, when they stand on these shoes, their toes are going to actually be a little bit wider than the toe box. So by wearing these shoes, the argument is, your feet are going to get smushed and end up, you know, bunions, things like that, and just altering your natural foot shape, essentially, which is the main argument for why, people say you shouldn't wear these in the gym. These are, you might have seen a lot of people who deadlift, squat, they wear these shoes, or like Vans, something similar. And the main reason is because of the bottom here and just the way these soles are oriented. It's very flat, right? So it's just a flat shoe, where something like this is also flat, but the main point is the sole itself is flat. Like in here, inside of here, there's much more of a hump in the shoe, and then the material as well, it's much more squishy. So a lot of your foot energy when you wear like a shoe like this, although this is a great shoe for walking and running, I like 10,000% compared to those Converse. When it comes to lifting, you actually get more energy transfer through the Converse compared to these shoes. Just because all the squishy stuff here, it actually lowers the amount of force that is being produced through the ground. When you're lifting weights, you can honestly think about it like you're literally drawing and sucking the force out of the ground when you pull weight off the floor. Or when you squat and push, you're pushing into the ground and you're simultaneously like almost pulling that force back up through you. So that's why these shoes work better. You have your foot more stable and planted and firm on the ground in that singular position, right? So I actually think these shoes are amazing for weightlifting, and I think the argument that people make as to them damaging the shape of your foot and its function, I think there's some truth to it. And again, there's a lot of like doctors saying this stuff and physical therapists who, have much more experience than me. I'm just a physical therapy student, but let's just think about this logically for a second, right? Most people work out, let's say an hour. I don't have the exact time, but most workouts typically they're in that 45 to an hour and 15-minute range, 45 to 75-minute range, right? And as some of you guys might know, I have broken both my heel bones, and I've had my feet in casts and, been stuck in the same position for a very long period of time. And I do have very tight feet. My feet are super like this, right? But my feet were not always like that. My feet used to be, they were always closer together. Some people have toes that are like very splayed out. My toes were always a little bit closer, but now they're like that. And that happened after I broke my heels, and my feet were smushed into these casts and stuck in those positions for extended periods of time, for weeks, over a month, right? And on top of that, I broke my heel bones. So a lot of the muscles, the tendons that run through my ankle and into the bottom of my foot, those are all super weak. They're damaged. They have scar tissue built up. So I had my feet, molded into these casts for over a month, and then on top of that, I have damage occurring to the actual muscles and ligaments and tendons that actually control those and make those splay out. So my feet are very like that, like I've been showing you, and they haven't changed ever since. And I've been wearing these a lot, Converse, and I have an orthotic. A lot of people might be, these are not the best shoes to wear after you break your heels. I do have orthotics in these that help me a ton, and I wear these to the gym a lot, actually. I wear the Brooks that I had up before, a good amount, but whenever I'm deadlifting, I wear these. I don't wear the high top ones, because the high top ones limit my dorsiflexion a lot. I like these ones. I have more range of motion in my ankle joint with these. the low tops. So my point is, yes, it is possible for your feet to mold into the shape of the object you place them inside of. This is basic things. You know, you put a body part. You've seen those tribes of people where their necks are super long. They put their rings on their necks and their heads just get higher and higher up. Like, it's a legit thing. You can alter the structure of your body and therefore also alter the function, how well your body can function as a result. It is a true thing that these people are talking about, but I think if you have healthy feet that are uninjured, don't have anything going on where like the muscles in the feet are super weak and you're already like prone to developing foot issues, these are 100% totally fine to wear in the gym. You know, if you're working out for, let's say, an hour in these and you take them off, your feet aren't gonna change. They're just not. The issues come from typically ladies who are wearing high heels for long periods of time. They're wearing these types of sneakers all day, every day. You know, when that's the case, yes, over, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks, you know, actual changes can occur in the structure of your feet. But as long as you mix it up and you slap on a shoe like this that has a wider toe box, again, it's not anything crazy different, but these Brooks do have a little bit wider of a toe box. They do make a lot of shoes that have wider toe boxes now. It's a growing industry, is like the wide toe box that like fits your natural foot shape. So you just have to not wear them all the time. But everyone's saying, you know, Converse and whatnot, wearing those in the gym to work out, it's killing your gains and it's limiting your stability and stuff like that. I think we're talking, it depends, right? I think for deadlifting, I think Converse is the way to go. You know, I obviously, you know, there's arguments for like barefoot is the best way, which yes, I would agree that barefoot is the best. But as far as a shoe goes, like Converse is your best bet. And if you wear them for an hour, it's not going to alter your foot shape, even if you wear them an hour every single day. Think about braces, right? You get braces come off, you don't wear your retainer, your teeth go back to the way they were before, right? Like, things change, things move, your bones, your body, it's malleable actually over time. Like, things can alternate if you hold them in a certain position long enough. But braces only work because they're on for an extended period of time for a long duration. But even then, when you get the braces off, the teeth move again. They can move unless you constantly have that reinforcement to hold them in that position. So I don't think it's a super credible argument that people make that, you know, wearing Converse is going to absolutely destroy your feet. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. People might disagree, but you know, if you're stressing out and, you know, Googling all over the place online to buy these big wide toe box shoes, you know, to each their own, go for it. But I think there's a lot of sneaky marketing and like hysteria being created around like Converse and how they can affect your feet. So, you know, if it works for you, keep doing it, and, you know, use your brain, like, think about it. It takes a long time for even just your teeth, which, you know, people get braces for all the time. You know, it takes a while for those to just move, and that's not even permanent. So keep that in mind. So yeah, that's it for this video. Don't stress about it. Rock your Converse, but, you know, it's probably the smartest thing to wear them every single day. You know, mix it up for sure, and get barefoot more. Yeah, hope you guys have a good one.